Welcome to the Injured Gadgets Samsung Galaxy S5 Complete LCD Digitizer Removal and Reinstall. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and turn off your Samsung Galaxy S5. Go ahead and power it off first. Once the device is powered off, you can go ahead and remove the backdoor battery cover and remove the battery. If you have your SIM card or micro SD card in here, go ahead and remove those as well. I just have to take everything out before we're starting the repair. Alright, so today we're going to actually remove the front LCD assembly. If you had a broken LCD, like your LCD didn't display anything, then you can be pretty rough with it. But since our LCD actually worked, we're going to be pretty careful with it because we actually recycle these LCDs. And you guys can actually go to our website as well, and we will buy your good working LCD with cracked glass for anywhere between $15 to $60 depending on which Samsung phone it is. So it's always a good idea to keep the environment green, recycle your broken LCDs, don't just toss them away. So essentially that's what we're doing right here. So we're using a heat gun. You want to be on medium to high heat, not too high. You can use a blow dryer if you have one at home. We actually have a heat gun in our office that allows us to set the temperature. This one did not, but we typically use one at around 180 to 220 degrees Fahrenheit because sometimes if it's too hot it actually can burn the LCD a little bit. This LCD gets burned a tiny bit. You'll see that in a few moments. Unfortunately, when it's a little burned, it's a B grade LCD, and we have those prices on our website as to if we pay for an A grade or B grade. But yeah, we will go ahead and buy your LCD regardless. Alright, so you're going to see me using my Ice SMO tool to try and lift from the edge. Pretty much you're going to need that Ice SMO tool. We have it on our website. Just search in our repair tools or device opening tools and you'll see it there. And you're going to need some plastic playing cards to save your LCD. Now, if your LCD works perfectly fine, I mean, you can be pretty rough here. You don't have to be super careful. The one thing I want to notate is you want to start at the top. And you'll see here that right around this right hand side there's actually a cable. Now if your LCD works, you want to be careful. You don't want to rip this cable off. You want to keep it intact, but that's why we're kind of doing this to show you guys where that cable is. Don't push your playing card way too deep on that right hand side that I'm showing you because you could end up ripping that cable. It needs to be disconnected. You need that cable working. Additionally, on the bottom of the LCD, there's actually your home button flex cable and little light sensors. You don't want to rip those either. If you rip them, your home button's not going to work, and if you rip the light sensors, it's possible that the bottom of your touchscreen won't work. But we also have a video repair tutorial on the home button repair. So if you do rip your home button, we sell it on our website, and also we show you how to fix it. So it's not a huge issue. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and speed up this video a little bit now because I want to go ahead and show you guys how to kind of remove this. All in all, this took us roughly, I'd say, 12 or so minutes to save this LCD. And like I said, I mean, the LCDs are worth anywhere from $15 to $50. So it was definitely worth it for us to take the 10 minutes to save this LCD. Alright, now I've gone ahead and moved this back to the normal speed. This is the point I want to make out right here. The bottom right here is that home button flex cable and those bottom light sensors. You definitely want to heat this up a little bit more because you don't want to rip these. Like I said though, if you do rip them, well, we have a video tutorial, just check out our videos. and you'll see how to replace it. Now you'll see me kind of slowly kind of spreading this. I try and get a close-up video of the home button flex cable for you guys. You'll see that shortly in a moment here. Alright, right there. That is the home button flex cable. You don't want to rip that, but you'll see me use my little pry tool or ISSMO, whatever it may be, to kind of separate that from the front assembly. You'll see it's kind of attached to the LCD assembly here. So just add a little bit of heat to this again. The very front of it. It should help soften up that adhesive that kind of holds it into place. And from there you should be able to safely kind of disconnect it from the front assembly. Alright, you see these little black things I'm trying to separate off the glass. You don't want to rip those either. Those help emit the light for the bottom keys. So obviously that's great during nighttime or dark places where you can't see. I mean, if you do rip these, is it a huge issue? No, but obviously we recommend doing the best repair possible. And so that's why we slow this part down, just to show you guys exactly what's going on. So be careful. Sometimes remnant glass kind of gets left over, obviously. I mean, it depends on how badly your screen is shattered. This one was pretty bad. The good news is we did save this LCD, but yeah, obviously you have to use a little bit of heat now. You got to remove that remnant glass. Don't leave it on there. Obviously, if you leave it on there, then when you're trying to apply your new LCD assembly, then it's not going to lay down flat. So if you need, use a little bit of heat on here. Try and remove this remnant glass. We like to use the ISSMO tool to remove it, but make sure there's no remnant glass around the edges anywhere. If you do leave remnant glass and you try and put your new LCD assembly and glass down, alright, so right here we're actually testing our broken glass. You want to go ahead and plug it in, and this is a great way to test your brand new screen as well. So before installing a brand new screen, we always recommend testing it out to see if it works. You don't want to go through the hassle of installing a screen, it not working, and then you have to go through this whole return process and everything. The great news is at Injured Gadgets we do pre-test all of our screens before shipping out, but obviously with any electronic, defects can happen. So one, I always recommend testing your old broken screen to see if you saved the LCD, and two, I always recommend testing the brand new LCD before installing it all the way, because there are times where you install it all the way with the adhesive that you could end up cracking it trying to remove it if it's a bad LCD. So those are quick tips that I always recommend doing. And so you'll just go ahead and plug that in, boot up your phone, make sure those little light sensors are in the right place. I like to boot it up all the way. You'll see that this LCD was kind of a B grade because I burned it a little bit too much, but once it's on you can't even notice it. Test out the touchscreen, test out the back button. You want to test out your home button obviously too. Make sure that's working, because hey, you never know, you might have ripped your home button flex and you can't even see it because it's a micro tear in there. So test everything out. The home button right here wasn't exactly flat, that's why it's not working. I kind of had to lay the screen down a little bit more flat to get that to click. But yeah, test everything out, and on your new screen. I mean, you don't want to go through the hassle of reinstalling this again, breaking a new screen. Like I said, it's a big problem, and we recommend doing the repair correctly the first time. So you'll see me test the home button. I tested the touchscreen. Everything's good to go. Alright, go ahead and power your device back off. Remove the battery. And you now know everything works. Go ahead and save that LCD, send it to us. We'll buy it from you, recycle it. We refurbish it, put a brand new glass on that, because the LCD works fine. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and get into the reinstallation of the Samsung Galaxy S5. Alright, first things first, we use this black cutout adhesive we sell on our website. They're usually under a couple bucks, but we definitely recommend using cutout adhesive strips. Alright, this is the assembly with the adhesive already installed. As you can see, it kind of lays around the entire edges, the top, the bottom. It has the pre-cut holes for the camera, the proximity sensor, so you don't have to worry about laying down your own adhesive, cutting out adhesive, making it messy. Alright, we're going to go ahead and make sure those little black sensors on the bottom are placed down properly, the home button's placed down properly. Go ahead and click in your new LCD assembly. Make sure on the bottom that you do not push too hard. Make sure the home button's aligned properly. If the home button is not aligned properly, you could crack this brand new glass. That's a huge issue. A lot of customers have that problem. They just rush it. They go through all this work, and then at the bottom they crack the brand new glass because they don't align the glass with the home button properly. The glass is very fragile. It's not even a millimeter thick. It's probably a third of a millimeter thick, or a half of a millimeter thick, so obviously be careful with that. But yeah, once your assembly is off, go ahead and make sure the home button's in there aligned properly. Push down the sides, even use a book or something kind of to lay down extra weight to it, and that adhesive will set. Go ahead and put in your home button, put in your SIM card, micro SD card if you have those, put on your backdoor battery cover, and your Samsung Galaxy S5 repair will now be complete. So thank you guys for watching. Once again, we carry all these tools on our website. We also have the home button replacement guide in another video. If you have any questions, like us on Facebook, comment there, comment below. Have a great day. AndrewGadgets.com.